Hello fans, we're here at Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina. We come across on the boat. Fort Sumter, some of you might not know, this is where the first shots were exchanged in the American Civil War, April the 12th, 1861. Now we're coming across on the boat and the captain of the boat says there are no restrooms on Fort Sumter, so if we need to go back on the boat. Now the Union Army held this fort and then the Confederates fired on the fort, and then eventually the Union Army fired back, but the Confederacy ultimately took the fort, or rather the Union Army surrendered the fort. And I suspect it wasn't through force. I suspect the Union Army the guys were dying for a pee. Anyway, that's an interesting fact. So yesterday we did a monster drive. We went from the western suburbs of Washington and came right down to Mount Pleasant, which is just across the sound for Charleston. Something like 500 miles we drove yesterday, which was great. Now there was a thunderstorm, and it's the loudest thunder we've ever heard of, the wife and I. And when we were walking back to the car, we got a hell of a fright, and people were laughing at us, and they says, "Are you no used to this?" And we says, "No, we're no used to this." But it was quite a drive yesterday as we're leaving Maryland and coming into Virginia. There was a wee sign as we entered Virginia, just as we come over the Potomac Bridge. It says, "Virginia, the state for lovers." And so we saw that sign, and I turned to the wife and I went, "That's interesting." And the wife, practical as always, she says, "Don't you dare stop the car until we get to North Carolina." Anyway, loving the trip. Today we're heading for Savannah, which is just about 2 hours down the road. So we're looking for maybe a recommendation of where we could go in Savannah to watch the Scotland vs Morocco game. So if you could let us know where to go to get something to eat and a beer and watch the match, that would be fantastic. Thank you.